Hello, hello, hello. OMG, welcome back to my channel. So excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. It's Jody Dunn. I'm coming at you with a part 2 garage declutter. I will link part 1 down in the description box in case you didn't see it. But it does feel good to get back into the garage again and get this garage just about finished. So today we are going to be tackling all the shelving units here. If you are new and this is the first time you landed on this channel, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new down in the comments? I would love to welcome you to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. So I have a complete mess on these garage shelves. I love these shelves. They are so convenient. They're built in and they are just totally unorganized. I have no idea what I have up here. They are literally so disgustingly filthy. And I just have a big job ahead of me to get these shelves cleared out, cleaned up, and organized. Every single bottom area is jam-packed full of I'm not sure what. When I did my declutter in my basement, the back part of my basement, oh my gosh, that was a humongous job as well. And I did it back-to-back weeks. I was so dang sick of being in the basement by the time I was finished. So I'm so glad I took 2 weeks off after I did the first part of the garage declutter, did a few other things that I really wanted to get done, and now we are back, so I'm feeling fresh and ready to get to the garage declutter. And OMG, I did it again. In the first garage declutter, I showed you that old table that I got from a garage sale. Look at this storage chest. Oh, it's so beautiful. It needs to be refinished, and it needs some repairs. My cousin texted me and she's like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, well, how big is it? And I wasn't sure. I was thinking of it at the foot of my bed and she just dropped it off. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So here I go, adding another old piece of furniture. So I'm just going to start off by getting a couple of things off of the chest. We had a family party recently, so I had some extra pop and stuff that I'm going to put in the refrigerator. And then I'm just going through the shelves and I'm pulling off any items I have in here that are my couponing items. If you don't know, I am an extreme couponer. I have another channel where I teach people how to coupon and save tons of money. You may have just seen my whole huge wall of paper products. I haven't paid for toilet paper or paper towel in, I don't know, a few years now. I know couponing is not for everybody. It definitely takes some work and some effort. But with the way inflation is going, I am so grateful that I don't have to pay even $5 for a package of toilet paper. All right, look at this. I've told you guys before, if you've been with me for a while, our high traffic area is right here because this is where we walk in. Well, it's no wonder we drag so much dirt into the house. Look at how dirty all of this is in this poor sand mat. We're going to get it cleaned up. All right, I have got to get rid of this nasty, dingy, old doormat here and just hope to goodness there's no creepy crawlers under here. And I bought a new doormat that I'm so excited about because I have partnered with Cricut. I am so excited. Thank you so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Look at this beauty. This is the Cricut Maker 3, and Cricut is a smart cutting machine that allows you to cut hundreds of different materials to make anything personalized that you want, anything from labels, home decor, or I am going to personalize my brand new doormat. I am so excited. So I plugged this beauty right in and I am going to turn her on. Cricut comes with a free and super easy to use software called Design Space. I downloaded the app right on my phone. I don't know if you're like me, but I do so many things from my phone. You can absolutely use this from a desktop or a laptop, but I decided to make it super easy on myself and I downloaded the free app And you can see they have just tons of designs already that you can choose from. But I'm going to go ahead and do a custom design for mine. I already had a project on there. It said Slay. Donna wanted me to make her a sticker for her iPad. So I got rid of that and I clicked the bottom button that says text, and I am going to choose the font that I want for my personalized doormat. When I downloaded the app, it literally walked me through everything, including connecting the device right to my phone. Seriously, so easy. I am a little bit tech challenged, so I appreciate the fact that I could do this all from my phone, and Cricut makes it so easy. All right, so I have my lettering and I'm going to click the cut without mat because I'm not using a mat. And then it shows me what my design looks like. And I want the word hello to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna click the go back button, and right on my phone, I'm just making it bigger by touching the screen and enlarging it. And this looks perfect now. Can anybody guess what I'm doing on my doormat? I'm so darn excited. So now I'm just going to click the button in the upper right corner, the green button, so that the machine can make the design for me. And it's just searching for the machine. And once it comes up, I'll click that that's the machine that I'm connecting to. And y'all know Donna Jean, who is almost 12, is a huge crafter, and she cannot wait this is so easy that she's going to be able to use this. I'm selecting the material that I'm using, which is going to be removable vinyl. She's already got t-shirts in mind she wants to customize. She's already got all kinds of projects lined up. So I am so excited. So now I'm going to put the paper in the machine, which is my removable vinyl. And my phone tells me exactly what to do, and the machine. The lights that are flashing tell you exactly what to do. I searched and searched for a doormat that I liked, and I could not find one. And I truly I struggle with creativity a lot. I have a lot of things in my mind. Now the machine is telling me to press another button. They make it so darn easy. I love it. I have all these things in my mind that I want to do, but I really struggle with executing on them. And so when I couldn't find a doormat that I really loved, I was like, well, let me just design my own darn doormat using my Cricut machine and make it exactly what I want and just make me smile every time I walk into the house. That was a tomcat hair on my removable vinyl that I was brushing off. If you have cats, you understand. Now, once the machine is done, it's another flashing button pops up, and I just push it and it pulls out my design. So let's head out to the garage and make this new doormat. I chose to use the removable vinyl because I'm going to use this several times. So that way I can stick it on and then place it the next spot where I want it to go. So I'm just getting this into place where I want it, and I'm going to be using some spray paint for this. You could cut this to size if you wanted, but since I'm using spray paint, I wanted the extra material there so that it wouldn't get on my actual doormat where I don't want it spray painted. I'll have a link down in the description box if you want to check out Cricut products and start customizing anything in your home. And I have a discount code for 10% off that expires on June 30th. And here is my new mat. I am so pleased with the way this turned out. Thank you again so much to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the garage cleanup and organization. I definitely want to get all of this area cleaned up really good before I put my new doormat down. It was sitting in the garage drying when my husband came home from work, and he just literally cracked up when he saw what I did for the design. He was like, yeah, that's perfect. I love my new doormat so much. So hopefully getting this all cleaned up and the new doormat that will actually hold some of the dirt that we get on our shoes will help a little bit with the dirt that we drag into the house. just sweeping this dang thing off. It looks way better. And yeah, you should always start top to bottom. I should have swept this off first. But again, I just get to work sometimes and don't think about the logical way to do things. I always try to keep it as 100% real as possible with everybody. I couldn't tell you the last time I actually cleaned this garage or swept this area. It's just like one of those areas that I do not think about. And maintenance cleaning is always way easier than trying to do this big, massive clean that I'm going to be doing today. And I know everybody already knows this, but it is virtually impossible to clean cluttered areas. And if we look at where I started, oh man, we are approaching a year now with a just completely cluttered house. It's just no wonder that certain areas didn't get cleaned because you can't clean around the clutter. You got to get the clutter out. And this garage was just one area that I was ready to get in and out as fast as possible because it was jam-packed full of so much stuff that it didn't feel good to be in here, right? Like clutter can give you anxiety. It can make you feel really uncomfortable and not enjoying a space. So even what my husband and I accomplished in the first part of the garage declutter, like the garage just feels so much better to be in. So if you are on a decluttering journey like I am, I want you to know, I know it is so overwhelming. It is a ton of work. I know it is. It is truly worth all of the work. You will feel so much better. Do not give yourself restrictions on time and things like that. I always tell you guys, I do this in chunks of time when I have the time to do it. This part of the garage cleanup and declutter took me almost a full week to do. Look at how dirty this step is. Oh my gosh. Truth be told, I probably could have knocked this out in 1 or 2 days. But I get too overwhelmed if I try to take on too much stuff at once. And so that's what works for me. There are some people that can get it all done in a super quick time. I'm just not one of those people. So find what works for you. I'm just giving you a look at the before real quick. The door needs to be painted. The whole garage needs to be painted. But I was able to remove a lot of dirt from the door. So it does look a ton better with it being washed down and everything. I don't think the painting is going to happen this year. It is just not a priority project right now. But you can see like these areas right here all really need to be painted. The door has just a ton of chipping and some scuff marks down here. It looks kind of dirty because of that, but it's not dirt. It's just chipping and needs to be painted. And can I just say, OMG, this linoleum or whatever it is that's here, it has a little leaf design in it. I had no clue. Nobody in my family had any clue. It had this design on it because you couldn't see it through all the dang dirt. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. But that's the truth. My husband literally said, wow, look at that. That has a leaf design. And then Donna Jean goes, oh, this has a leaf design on it. I was like, oh my gosh, Jody, you have got to get better. I already told you, I struggle with the cleaning game. That's just the reality. And all I can do is get better every day. And that's what I try to do. So my focus for this video is to get these shelves much more organized, get rid of the clutter, and get them all cleaned up. The garage would look way better if I painted it and painted all of these shelves. All of these wood shelves here need some sanding, some primer, and some paint. But again, it's just not a priority project. We have too many things we are working on inside of the house. So this will probably happen, I'm thinking, next year. But the old Jody from a year ago would have said, well, since we can't make it perfect, look at all this dirt. Oh my goodness. Since we can't make it perfect, let's just wait until we can make it perfect. We'll wait to declutter. We'll wait to clean until we can also get everything painted and looking fresh. But the new and improved Jody says, even if I am not able to make these shelves look better with paint and make them look more new and fresh, I certainly can put some elbow grease into this and get them cleaned up to the best of my ability and feel more peaceful in this space. I do not currently own a power washer. Let me know if you do and if you love it. I'm a little intimidated by it. I'm not going to lie. Even if I did own a power washer, I'm not sure I would have actually power washed these shelves. It makes me a little bit nervous. And this could be something that I'm totally wrong on, but these shelves are right by the inside of the house, and I can see little cracks from where the wall meets the cement floor, and I didn't want to flood it with water and then get that in the house. So here's what the shelves look like before I put a little bit of elbow grease. All I did was use Dawn dish soap, some scrub brushes, some microfiber cloths, and cleaned this up. Yes, I had to change the water out several times. Look at the clean part versus the dirty part. OMG. And again, even though they do really need a fresh coat of paint, and that would look so much better, if you're not able to do that, like I'm not able to right now, this looks 100% better than what it did before I cleaned the shelves off. All right, this is day one, and it is getting ready to storm here in Michigan on the day that I started this project. So I'm trying to clear everything out of the way so I can get my car moved back in the garage before the storm hits. And this is what I accomplished on day one. I probably would have gone for maybe another 20 minutes or so, but the weather decided otherwise. So it is now day two. Oh, there's my Donna Jean. She loves the camera waving at you. And so we're going to get some more things done. It's been a while since I've really kind of introduced myself. So in case you are newer to the channel, hello, I am so happy to meet you. I just want to share a little bit about myself with you so you kind of know what you're getting from this channel. I have been married for almost 27 years. We have 3 daughters. Our oldest is 24 years old, and she became a mother. Oh my gosh, here is our oldest. This was her cast. Look at this. Oh, she was 4 years old. She broke her foot. And that big flower you saw painted on there, my grandmother actually painted that on her cast. I've kept it all these years. I shouldn't have kept it in the garage. But now I have the memory boxes for the girls, so I'm going to put that in her memory box. So we have 3 daughters. Our oldest is 24. That's Grayson. Then Viviana, she is 13. And Donna Jean, she is 11. And Grayson is a mother to my grandson, EJ. He is 17 months old, and she is pregnant with her second child, who is a girl. And she will be arriving in September. And being a grandmother is like my most favorite thing ever. And I mentioned my grandmother, who I was very, very close with. She was more like a second mother to me. She passed away in September of 2010, and my Donna Jean was born in October of 2010, and my grandmother's name was Donna Jean. So my Donna Jean is named after one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. Well, this is disgusting. Oh my gosh, the cobwebs and the dirt. We're gonna get it cleaned up. So I was a banker for most of my adult life. I was actually a branch manager for a large retail bank, and I was displaced from my job in 2019 due to technology. They closed down my branch because a lot of banks have consolidated branches because people don't go into the bank anymore. We all use online banking. That is so disgusting. And ATM machines and all of that good stuff. And they didn't have a branch close enough for me where my drive wouldn't have been over an hour. So I was displaced, which was, you know, a little bit depressing to lose your job after I had been there for many, many years. But, you know, sometimes things like that turn out to be a blessing in disguise. And just other things have happened in my life that kind of led me to the YouTube thing. And I started this channel almost a year ago now. I think it was last fall that I started this channel because I just have an extremely cluttered house and I was tired of living in all of the clutter, and I decided, as one way to hold myself accountable, to start filming videos of me decluttering my house, and also hopefully that it would inspire or help others along the way. So one thing I am not is an expert at this. I am totally a newbie. I am learning as I go what works for me, what does not work for me, and I am simply sharing this journey with you. So if you are looking for somebody that's going to give you the best tips on organizing, the best way to declutter, the best way to clean, the best DIY way, the cheapest budget-friendly things to do, I'm not the channel for you. I'm just going to be real. I'm literally learning as I go. But if you are looking for a friend to declutter with, you are having some of the same struggles that I have, then you're in the right place. I am simply here to cheer you on and hopefully give you a little bit of temporary motivation, because we know motivation doesn't last. But maybe it will inspire you to tackle something in your house that you want to tackle. Or maybe it will just give you a smile on your face. Whatever it is, I am so glad you are here. But I just want you to know, I'm no expert. I'm literally learning as I go, and I'm simply sharing it with you. Since I started, I have had a ton of growth, and I have learned a ton of different ways to declutter, different ways to organize, because what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa, because we all have different personalities. But I am so grateful for the growth I have had over this past, 9 months since I started this channel. As much as I love and am so grateful for these shelves, boy, did I have a tough time. I wanted to get some clear organizing bins for this area because, it's a garage, it's outside, it's going to get dusty, it's going to get dirty, even if I keep up with it regularly. So there are certain things I wanted to keep inside of bins to help minimize those things getting dusty and dirty. And boy, did I have a tough time finding storage bins that fit into these shelving units and that would hold the things I wanted them to hold. If you have any recommendations, definitely share them with me. I was able to find a few at Walmart, but here's what everything is looking like. I just got to get the rest of these shelves cleaned up, and then we're going to start putting everything back. I have some things here that need to be recycled that have been sitting in the garage for far too long. And I already put it in my calendar. My town has a day where they accept things like those batteries and like old bottles that have maybe a little bit of like the lawn stuff that my husband used in it. So I have it on my calendar. I think it's in 2 weeks. So in the meantime, they're going to stay back in the garage. But then I'm going to get rid of them, and I am so happy to get rid of those big bulky items that are taking up space and not serving us. And when I was at Walmart getting the storage bins, I also bought myself a new broom for inside the house, because this has now become my garage broom after all of the sweeping of these shelves that I have done with all of the cobwebs, all of the dust up here. I'm not bringing this back into my house. And yes, there were a few little creepy crawlies out here, I don't love spiders, but those like the daddy long legs, I pretty much leave those be because I know they eat the bugs. I'm just glad it wasn't one of those big, nasty, jumping spiders. The closer I get to the opening of the garage, the worse it seems to be, because more stuff is flying in and hitting the walls and things on this. But I'm trying to give you guys some of the slow-mo of me cleaning this up because I know I like watching videos like this where you see this terrible mess and you watch it get cleaned up and it's just so satisfying to watch. All I can say is I am so happy that I am almost finished with cleaning off these shelves. Let me know if you are a woman, how often do you wash your hair? Because I only wash my hair about once every third day. But while cleaning this garage, I had to wash it every night that I was done. I had to go and take a full shower, including washing my hair, because I just felt so icky and dirty. And I felt like, there were creepy crawlies on me. Even though I knew there weren't any spiders or anything on me from being out in the garage, I was like, oh, no, I got to fully shower and wash my hair, which it's so bad to wash your hair every day. But, oh, did you see that before? Here we are after. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of changing out my cleaning bucket. It got dirty very quickly, but it looks so much better. Again, not perfect because I'm not painting, but it looks so much better. I am almost finished, and I want to thank you so very much for spending this time with me. I truly, truly appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration to tackle a project in your house. I always say one drawer at a time. Even when we do the little things, they start adding up into big, massive results. So feel free to share any projects you are working on down in the comments. I always love to hear what you guys are working on, and I love to be able to cheer you on. And anytime I am organizing any space, I have to play with it a little bit and figure out what works best. So I definitely changed some things around in here. But we got to take our walk down memory lane. Let's take a look at what this garage looked like, the shelving area before I got to it, and then let's take a look at some afters. All right, sped up, but just to remind you, this is what it looked like before I got in here and decluttered and cleaned and organized. We had every shelf just packed. There was no organization. There was some empty spaces in here, but really just totally not functional at all. And it was super duper dirty. Oh my gosh, the dirt was terrible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And remember, my goal was to get these shelves cleared off, decluttered, cleaned, and more organization in here. And look at it now. I'm totally flipping blown away. Do you see all the empty space I have? I can't even believe all of the empty space I have. I tried to group things together, like all my husband's tools in one area. I've got some of like the more dangerous tools up on top, like some saws and some trim cutters. I don't really know much about tools, but this first area I used for like some household supplies, so I don't have to run down to my basement and get them. They'll just be easy access here. I really wanted a bin for the tennis rackets because those got very dusty sitting in here, but I just could not find one yet to put them in. But I've got some of like our yard tools in bins, and then my soil down here, and I already told you about the recycling down at the bottom. Some of the girls' balls and balls that the grandkids will play with. Look at how much better this looks. I feel like I accomplished something so amazing by getting this garage almost done. And my favorite part is my new mat. Hello. I freaking love it so much. And I'll definitely be using my Cricut to put some labels on the storage bins that I did find, but I got a whole bunch of recycling. Some of it is our normal recycling, and some of it came from the Garage Declutter. I do have a ton of trash. Trash day is tomorrow. So there was a lot of things that I ended up trashing. And you know what? I feel like I took 50 steps forward with this Garage Declutter, but I do have a little pile over here where I took 10 steps backwards. These are things I didn't finish yet. One of them is actually a box full of my grandmother's belongings that I just did not have the mental energy to go through right now. So that is going to wait for a little bit. And there's my broom and my dustpan that have now become my garage broom and dustpan for cleaning. Thank you again so much for stopping by, for spending this time with me. Thank you again to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I am going to see you again next week. Bye!